Scientific rigor and reproducibility have been important to ScienceOpen since the very beginning, particularly because we're based the platform on open peer review, and always from the beginning of ScienceOpen, we're encouraging people to check the data, to write reviews about methods, etc. So when we first started ScienceOpen, I was always looking for, in our discovery platform, a filter to be able to go beyond just metrics of attention to look at any kind of metrics of scientific rigor, quality, and I had been talking to various projects over the years to find some way to add that that kind of a filter onto the platform. So from the very beginning, we were super interested in everything that SciScore was working on. Over the past 5 years, though, what I've seen is a growth in the topic of paper mills, poor quality research, the topic of vast amounts of preprints entering into the system. So I think the entire community is looking more at the topic of scientific rigor. And from ourselves, we really have had the first opportunity to start implementing SciScore into ScienceOpen. So that's been really exciting addition. We have been wanting to work with SciScore for some time because, as I said, we've always been thinking about how could we implement scientific rigor into our workflows. And what triggered us to start the collaboration when we did was that we got a grant. We became part of the drug repurposing project Repo4EU, and they had some, so we had then funds to experiment. We had the opportunity and the vision to really change how research results are reported, discussed, shared, and by putting scientific rigor at the very heart of that. And so that was what we wanted to build into our new platform, Drug Repurposing Central. So that was where we really started. And the challenges we had to overcome were mostly technical ones at this point. So but I have a great technical team. We worked with a great team at SciScore. We were able to implement and set up an automated report into our system, and it's been running quite smoothly. So, you know, there was some technical development that had to be done, but I think we got that under control, and now we're excited to start rolling that out to other customers on our platform. So I really think a scientific rigor check is something that now we can offer to any of our customers to say, oh yeah, let's build that into our manuscript submission system. As a discovery platform, ScienceOpen is interested in anything that makes research papers across different publishers and different systems comparable. So persistent identifiers are really at the core of what we do. And RRIDs are a particularly interesting PID because they allow us to really connect research papers together in novel ways. And from the beginning, we've already added a collection that searches everything on our platform that has RRIDs as keywords. So we've already been highlighting RRIDs within our platform for many years. But I think we are hoping to add that more into our search and filter interfaces, and we've been already exploring in the past years new ways that we can work even more with RRIDs. And I would say to every researcher out there, you know, the more persistent identifiers that you can use, the more computer readable your content will be, and the more places it can show up in searches. So I highly recommend adding RRIDs wherever possible. There will be huge growth in the next 5 years in all kinds of initiatives around rigor and reproducibility. I've seen at the APE meeting in Berlin that kicked off the year, the main topic was scientific rigor, scientific quality. There's huge concern after certain publishers having to retract large numbers of papers. There's now, I think, also from the publisher perspective, a lot more interest in implementing systems to protect against that kind of scientific fraud and poor quality research. So I have full confidence that this is going to be the main topic in the next 5 years. So I think that both ScienceOpen with our new implementation to build a SciScore scientific rigor check into our manuscript submission system, I think we're spot on in terms of timing, because I believe that this is what people are going to be asking for in the next in the next years, because everybody wants to protect themselves from these kinds of allegations of poor quality, low quality research, and non-reproducible research.